everybody? Erica here with all things parks, and I am actually at home in my kitchen. Now, a few months ago, I did a little cooking segment for the Duval Burger over at Old Key West Resort, and I got some pretty positive feedback, so I wanted to go ahead and continue to do that. Now, I know it's kind of a weird time right now. Some of us aren't able to get to the parks as often as we would like, so hopefully this helps inspire, bring a little bit of Disney magic from throughout the parks home to you. I know Andrew's super excited about it. He's an amazing cook and an even better baker, so I know there's some really cool recipes that he's looking to hopefully share with you all soon. And I know he really wants to get into getting some craft ideas, Disney DIY ideas with you as well, because he's always making cool Disney stuff for family, friends, and I know now he wants to help inspire you all to make some of your own Disney magic at home as well. This is one of the shirts he's made for me, Pinocchio. I'm a real drunk. Fitting, I know. But it's like one of my favorite shirts of all times. And thanks to him, I have it. So, without further ado, today in my kitchen, we are going to be making my all-time favorite old fashioned on property. If you've followed our channel before, you know I'm a huge bacon eater and a huge bourbon drinker. And today I am going to take you to Enzo's Hideaway over at Disney Springs to make you my all-time favorite Hazelnut Old Fashioned. Let's get to it. You only need a few very simple ingredients. First being bourbon. I have chosen to go with bullet bourbon. You can use any kind that you may like. I know Disney often uses the Knob Creek Disney Reserve, so just a suggestion there. Frangelico, that is a hazelnut liqueur. That's obviously what's gonna make it hazelnut, and then we're gonna have some simple syrup, and you can't have an old fashioned without some bitters. In the recipe, they do use orange bitters, but I have found chocolate bitters, and I'm very excited because chocolate obviously goes very well with hazelnut, so I'm eager to see how it's going to turn out today with this chocolate bitters. But there at Marie and Enzo's, they do use this Woodford Reserve bitters, so just a little tip there. And of course, we need some Lizardo cherries. We need a cool cube ice, which I'm going to show you how cool my ice maker is. And then we have some sticks, we have a cool rocks glass, and we have a shaker cup. So let's get to it. We are going to be making this in a very, very fancy mason jar shaker. And we are going to start with nothing less than the bourbon. So, like I said, Disney at Marie and Enzo's, or Enzo's Hideaway there, they do use Disney Reserve Knob Creek. We are going to be using bullet today. I've used Four Roses. It's really whatever you feel like or whatever you have. We're going to go ahead, we're making one drink. It's just me. And we're going to put 2 ounces of bourbon in. And yes, I of course had to buy the biggest bottle of bourbon I could find on the shelves. Next up, we are going to take the Frangelico. Again, this is hazelnut liqueur. You will find it in the liqueur aisle next to all the other fun liqueurs. And we are going to do just a 1/2 ounce of this. Yum. And it's not overly sweet, this drink. So I know you're thinking the hazelnut, simple syrup might get a little sweet. It doesn't, because that bourbon comes through and cuts it. So we have our simple syrup next. And you can make your own, equal parts sugar, equal parts water. Boil it until it's all dissolved. Or if you don't want to be difficult, you can just go to the store and buy a nice bottle just like this. But that's just a 1/2 ounce. So again, same amount that we did with the hazelnut liqueur there. And I've been making these at home for a while now because, like I said, it is my favorite drink on Disney property. They do use the Woodford Reserve bitters, so very fancy, very fancy. But today, to help bring out that hazelnut flavor, I have decided, because I found this, chocolate bitters, same brand, Woodford Reserve, and you really just need about 2 little drops, so not too much. Don't get a little crazy with that one. And that's it. Woo! That chocolate bitters just went all up in my nose. It smells amazing. And now it's time to shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Okay? Get it all mixed together there. A little came out. Obviously, my mason jar shaker is not as top shelf as we would have hoped. But check out what cup I'm using. These are from Abracadabra. It's not where this drink is from, but it is a very great whiskey bar if you've not checked it out here on Disney property. It is over at Disney's Boardwalk, right next to the Flying Fish there, and it's very tasty. If you like bourbon, they've got endless options of bourbon. Magic Hatton is one of my favorite, but maybe that'll be for another little episode here of this. Now, what's super exciting is I get to show you what I know they're usually ice balls, but I have the Hogwarts Castle. I know it's not Disney. This is almost like potions class. I'm sure Snape would absolutely love having this drink with me, but look how cool that is. How much detail is on this little ice cube. Put it in. I think I'm going to put it upside down just because the shape of my glass is kind of fancy there. And then, time to pour this bad boy right on over. Woo! Look at that. Yum! Oh God, I love these cups. They're so cute. I got a set of 4 for my birthday. It was my birthday gift to myself, and I use them often, as I'm sure you can imagine. Now, there's no Old Fashioned served in my house without a Lizardo cherry. They're amazing. If you've not had them, go to the store, pick them up. They look like this. You will not regret it. They're like $26 for a jar, but trust me, it's worth it. I have, over the years, collected fun skewers from some of my favorite bars on property. This one is from Geyser Point over at Wilderness Lodge. We have some from the Contemporary as well. This is from California Grill. I have some from Grand Floridian over at the Enchanted Rose. I have a smaller one of the Contemporary, also from California Grill. That one's exciting. But I think what is the most perfect one to use for today is a little bit of a throwback. Check this out. I think this was from Mama Melrose way back in the day, probably before I was 21. So obviously I sold this for my mom or my dad or maybe my older brother, who knows. But there it is, MGM Studios. So fun. We have to use that one today. Gonna skewer a cherry, and I always skewer 2 because you're gonna want one halfway through the drink because it's so good, and then after your drink's done, you're gonna want a second one for dessert. And this is where it gets a little tricky. It's kind of hard to get these out because there's thick syrup in with them. I can show you that. Bam. So sometimes I use the lid and just flop them into the lid. And then I can use the edges there to really get them on the skewer. Maybe. There's 1. There's 2. Don't let this juice drip off. I'm not even in the camera. Don't let this amazing juice drip off. It's going to add a little bit of extra sweetness, and you're not going to not want this cherry flavor sweetness in your drink. Check this out. Is this not amazing or what? Obsessed. Cheers. It tastes just like the one from Enzo's Hideaway. It's an amazing drink. I hope you guys get the chance to make this at home, but there is one more surprise because I often do not drink bourbon without bacon. So let's head over to the air fryer and see what I got cooking. In my air fryer, I have bacon. I have set it at 360 degrees. I put it in there for 10 minutes, and then I stop it. I flip the bacon over, and then I put it in for 7 more minutes. It is the thick cut bacon. It's the only bacon that I recommend. But it is time to open it. And it is so crispy, and it is so amazing. You need to try this. Now that I've let my bacon cool, you can see it here on this beautiful summertime Disney plate that I have. And look at this. I mean, it is just crisp. It is. Ready? Oh my goodness. It gets it so crispy. So people think when you use an air fryer, you're cheating with cooking. No, because when you have bacon like this, everybody is a winner. All in all, this was an amazing idea to have a little bacon bourbon day by myself here. Thank you for watching. I did want to point out, I forgot to comment on if I liked it with the chocolate bitters or the orange bitters better. And I do think that I do like it with the orange bitters better, but the chocolate is just a little bit different. It does make the hazelnut a little bit stronger, but it kind of makes it a little too sweet for me, where I feel like the orange kind of balances the flavor a little better. So if you like a little bit sweeter and you're not the biggest bourbon fan, maybe the chocolate bitters is for you. If you're more of an original old fashioned kind of enjoyer, then I would say try the hazelnut old fashioned with the orange bitters. You're gonna get a little kick from the hazelnut that's gonna be like bam. But it's cool because you initially take the sip, you taste such a strong bourbon flavor. And what you get is just that little after effect of hazelnut that's just like the perfect amount of sweetness to balance everything out. So again, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If there is a recipe, if there is a DIY that you are waiting for me and Andrew to show you, please let us know. But until then, I will be sipping on my bourbon, eating my bacon, and enjoying these cherries. Bye.